Hey, how's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be playing a little Stronghold 2.
Greetings, my
It's a
lord.
fairly older
My
game,
name is
but
Simpkins.
it's still one of my
Welcome to
favorites.
your new castle.
I'm actually working on editing a few videos right now, and hopefully you'll see those soon. But
Popularity
I
is
figured I'd
falling.
just
My
make this
liege,
video
I have
because it'd
assigned some
be
monks to work on the
simple,
beacon.
easy to make,
They will
and I
take
could
delivery
actually
of it from
relax a
our
little bit and
stockpile.
enjoy it. So basically, we're doing the peace campaign here. And what we need to do is we got this beacon over here, and the monks will try to repair it as long as we keep wood in our granary. Wood in our stockpile. But we need to feed our people too, so build a granary, build a couple of saw pits over here, and normally in Stronghold 2, you get 3 apple farms up and going, and you'll pretty much be able to handle any amount of population's food supply. 3 good apple farms should handle it. And now we'll wait while they, get over here and saw down some trees and get some more wood. And this is why we need the beacon. It's supposed to work like a lighthouse. There it goes.
My word, yet another ship has run ashore. We must finish that beacon soon before any more lives are lost.
It's pretty simple. This game's got a map editor so you can make your own maps. I've played around with that a little bit. This is the whole map in the campaign. There are multiple missions. Later on, it'll have us move over here and just give you an overview for the map. Got some water down here. Bandit camp up on the hill.
Our granary is empty and our popularity will soon start to fall. We should build some apple
This is
farms
Sir
nearby.
Gray. He's technically on our side, but he sleeps all the time, so he's not really doing anything. And this is Sir William's castle. He's always out adventuring, so he doesn't have time for maintaining his castle. Then this over here is one of Sir William's estates, who's getting overrun by wolves. And this is just the kind of stuff we'll have to deal with in this campaign. It's good for teaching you how to play the game and everything. You got your building stuff down here, different things you can build, and they unlock more as you go. Really, we don't have to build much more. We've already built all we need. Now it's just a matter of waiting. The first one's pretty slow going. We won't have to worry about too much right here. We'll just have to, the monks will keep building the beacon. As long as they got wood, we'll have to wait for them to finish that, and then we'll keep acquiring more apples to fill up the meter up there at the top. There's our apple farmers planting trees. Ain't got a lot of space to work with up here. Beacon's almost done. This should be their last trip. Seems like they're doing 10% per load of wood. We got a lot of extra wood coming in. We'll just save that up for the next mission. About to hit our apple target. That's good. See, they carry the apples into the granary here. They'll just carry it in. And say that put us, nope. As you can see, here are rations and how many we have of each type.
Excellent work. You have no
That's the
idea
king.
how much this means to the economy of our country. Now you have safeguarded our shipping lines, and I can move you on to nobler duties. The beacon is finished and unlocked.
There we go. That's the first one. Doesn't take very long. You got to be careful with these though about how you
The
place
season
things
of
because
rising is fast
you got to
approaching.
balance
I
your
would like to make
land
you a
management.
gift you must learn to.
You ain't got a lot of territory to work with, so you got to be able to deal with that. Now we're going to be trying to gain some more honor
My liege, why not build a
by
kitchen? Hosting
building a
feasts in the
lord's
hall
kitchen.
would greatly improve your honor.
Uh, I think the best place to probably put it would probably be right about here.
The
I've
point
done
remains,
various
lord.
different
A simple
ways
way
of
to
doing
bring
this.
honor to the castle would be to feed the peasants well. Placing a hunter's post or two would bring much needed variety to their meager diet.
We'll give them some hunter's post, and that'll provide the granary with meat. We also need to build another hovel because we're out of peasants. You can see the campfire in front of the hall here. That'll show you your.
Stronghold has led to a bumper harvest, my lord. We can soon expect to see our farmers delivering extra crops.
We'll just put a little hovel down. I like to put everything as much out of the way as possible. Go ahead and put 2. I think each one provides 6. You can see up here at the top. That's how much housing you have, and then that's how much peasants you have currently. As long as your happiness is high, people keep coming in, and as long as you got peasants, you can keep putting people to work. So I built 2 vegetable gardens. Vegetable gardens are a little slower going than the other means. We'll put the pig farm. They're pretty fast. Pig farms are. Um, what's interesting about the pig farms though is they're one of the only buildings in the game that you're not able to rotate. So it's a little more difficult to manage where you place them. But the pig farms generate food a little faster. And see, these are Lord's Kitchen food items. See, it has different items to store food in. And this food will go exclusively to our Lord, and it will provide with feast. He'll throw feast every now and then, invite lords from other places. And then this is our Lord up here at the top. And as long as he's on civilian duties, he'll just stay up here at the top until it's time for a feast, and then he'll go down, and he'll have a feast with where this hall only has the capability of having 2 guests. So invite 2 guests, and they'll have a little feast here with whatever food's available. And the more guests you have, and the more food and food variety you have, the more honor the feast will generate. Now, another
A
way to gain
perfectly
honor
lovely
is
yellow
just
flower.
having food
This
variety for
indeed
your
leaves me
peasants.
from honor.
Like I said, we already have a good amount of apples going. So as long as we can generate more food from the hunter's post, which hunter's posts are probably one of the hardest things to manage. Uh, you don't necessarily need animals. There are animals on the map, like the deer and stuff here, but they'll just automatically shoot things like birds and stuff. They'll kind of just like spawn in, and I believe they can hunt deer, but they normally won't go very far from where you place them. So maybe if we put one down here, he'll hunt deer, but he'll have to hunt them. He'll carry it all the way back to his post, and then he'll have to butcher it at his post and carry it all the way back up here. So it's a lot slower going if you put them all the way away from from the granary and everything. But maybe deer will provide more resources. I've never really experimented too much with it. But this is just part 1 of the peace campaign. If you like Stronghold 2 as much as I have over the years, and you want to see more from the peace campaign, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll upload more videos from Stronghold 2. And there are Stronghold 1. I have all of them. Stronghold 3, Stronghold Legends is a fun one. It has more mythological elements in it. And yeah, if you enjoy this game, you like seeing me show how to play it and everything, just drop a like, subscribe, maybe comment
The
below.
feast has brought valuable honor to our castle, my lord.
Looks like our
We
feast
can
has
continue these feasts
brought
that
us some
you
honor. That's good.
surely see fit to knight you.
For this one, we have to accumulate honor, pigs, and vegetables. Probably could use another pig farm. Our vegetable gardens will probably start growing a little bit. Now it's just a matter of waiting. Unlike a lot of more modern real-time strategy games, you unfortunately don't have a speed time up option. That is something that would probably improve the game quite a bit. But I think it's kind of interesting to just sit around and watch everything go on. Watch your hunters hunt, your farmers farm. Just keep an eye on all your resources and stuff. And see when our next feast is. I say the next feast will give us enough honor. And then we'll just stockpile resources after that. We got some mothers here.
The food here's all right. It's a bit bland though.
What's interesting is even though you'll see mothers and stuff wandering around every now and then, people don't really die. Soldiers die, but they don't count towards your population. But people don't really die, and the only way you get new peasants is by building more hovels. So, like for instance, right now we got 24 out of 24. So these guys won't disappear or die or anything. They'll just sit around until we have a job for them. So I'm not really sure what the purpose of the mothers are, except for like making it look better. Here's our feast right here. As you can see, we got nobles that our lord's invited. He sits in his chair in the center. And where there's 3 of them, we need 3 of each. So they're serving 3 pigs and probably 3 vegetables, as long as we have them. There are the 3 pigs, and there are the 3 vegetables. You can also get wine from building a venter and a vineyard. And you can build an eel pond, which will provide you with geese and eel. Also a lot slower. Easily the fastest and most effective form of getting honor food is the pigs, by far. The pigs provide you with a lot of pigs. 1 farm is normally enough if you need to. So down here it'll say how many guests are expected and how much honor it's expected on the kitchen. So it's expecting us to get 34 honor and 3 guests. That includes your lord in the factory. Just kind of look over here. Now trees are a limited resource, so once we run out of trees over here, we'll just be out of luck. No more trees. That is something you got to factor in, and unlike more modern games like Foundation and stuff, you cannot replant trees, so once they're gone, they are gone. Now see, our hunter over here, even though there's clearly deer right in front of him, he's still hunting these birds down. So it is an older game. You know, you can tell from the graphics, like I'm running on the highest graphics, and you know, they don't look awful, but the graphics aren't the best. That's not really why I play it. I just find it a fun game to play. I've gotten really familiar with the mechanics and everything, and it doesn't really frustrate me as much as more modern games do. We should be hitting about the limit, I think. Yep, there we go.
You have proved
King is...
yourself most honorable. Arise, Sir Knight.
The king's just knighted us, and I think that's a great place for us to stop right here. So, If you like this video, hit like and subscribe, and we'll come out with more. Thank you.